tonight.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was... costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. You look at this Niner defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
They held them to just 13 points in the game. And truthfully, you can't expect them to play much better than that. That's excellent defense.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. Again, it's Robinson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
The numbers for Pitts in that game a week ago. 6 catches and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Ritter on 1st and 10. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses who have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they can't bring him down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that nearly intercepted on his very first throw of the game. Fortunate there. It's 2nd down. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got it to Hilton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
2nd and 9 now. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Niners use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain, and now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play,
so they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
On play action, here's Ritter. Short throw caught by Pitts. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. They get 8 yards back there, and they could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 37. That one good for 24 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 31, here's a 2nd and 5. Robinson toss play left side. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and 1, it's Ritter. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Ritter to throw it. Over the middle, caught by London. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a nice pickup, a 12. yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Ritter from the gun. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all, 3rd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. They run on 1st down with Jackson. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Niners at 9-1 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. 2nd and 3. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Back to throw again. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away at incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Niners will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. That right there, his first incompletion so far in this game, Charles. He was 9 of 9 before that.
Yeah, I think that qualifies as being locked in. And then you have to ask him the question, so what caused the incompletion? Come on, man, get back on your game. Let's go.
To the 40 and no further. The broken tackle, but then the hole closed quickly. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Ridder throwing on third down. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Ready. Yellow, 43.
Another throw coming up here for Ridder. That's out wide here for Robinson.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Final play before the half. Here's Ridder.
This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Ridder back to throw.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
Ridder and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack.
Back to throw.
Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. The Falcons send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. The 49ers offense making its way back out there.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That goes for a gain of 31. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great effort there with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game.
And the Niners go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Looking to throw it here. Ridder throws right back to London, complete again.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs.
Now 2nd and 9. Here's Ridder.
That's caught by Howard. And that's good for a gain of 6. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Ridder off the play fake. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Give them. A couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ridder now on 2nd down.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
Ridder. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. And this one is right through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
Well, no field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation on his end. He comes right out and nails his first field goal try.
And give him a lot of credit, too, because he stood there the entire ball game, but has managed to stay with it both mentally and physically. When they called on him, he was ready, and he knocked it through the posts.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
The offense on 3rd down tonight? No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This will be 3rd and 5. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Niners are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The 49ers ready to kick it away. And here we go.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Back to throw, Ridder. He's got Mingo. Boy, 30 more yards and another first down. That last throw, Charles, is going to move him past 32,942 yards passing for his career, and that surpasses the total of the Hall of Famer and a colleague of both of ours, Troy Aikman.
Yeah, played from 1989 to 2000, and Troy Aikman, he was about winning, because remember, he had Michael Irvin to throw it to. We had Emmitt Smith to hand it to. Just imagine if he was throwing it the way they throw it around nowadays, his numbers, boy, would they be sky high.
Ridder's throw into the hands of Pitts here.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Ridder now.
He's got it. Touchdown, Falcons. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 11 or 28-17. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the 49er hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to take another shot here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Falcons are right back. In this football game.
2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
Ridder will set up to throw it. Throw out wide is incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go. To the defense, more good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
3rd and short, Ridder.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 20. 5.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 8.
Looking to throw.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle.
Ridder cannot escape, and they bring him down.
Now they got to get to the line quickly.
2nd down throw coming for Ridder. Checks this one down to Robinson.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. As it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Ridder. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Down the left sideline.
This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And that 2 wide and incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen.
Now the Niners get there and bring him down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Ridder and the Falcons need an answer and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack.
Back to throw here.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And it's fielded at the 34. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
They're going to look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Good job, good job.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Point after try forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against
a fight for the football, and it's intercepted. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw as this play will stand as is.
Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play.
to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Now back to throw.
He completes this one to Mingo.
Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
This now a 3rd and 4.
56. Time to go night-night. 56 the month, boys. 56.
A final shot now for Ritter.
And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. So the victory here for San Francisco, and really it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. This is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease, romped home with an easy win, and here's the best part for them. It'll be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't they?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to spoil that part of it. Of course, they're going to get there, but think about how wide open things are now because this crowd didn't expect this.
No.
So they went back to the tailgate and said, let's go eat. This one isn't any fun for us.
Yeah, they took the drama out of this one pretty early on. So for San Francisco, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll get the extra week to think about